Hi guys, welcome back to just another fish channel. As you can see, we're looking at my sump currently. This is due a good clean down. As you can see from down there, there's quite a lot of sediment build up in the media. That just needs to be all taken apart and then given a good clean out. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you how I've got the sump set up, what I've got in each of the 4 chambers, and how I clean it out. So we'll go ahead, I'm going to turn the pumps off and start by taking section number 1 out, and then I'll show you what I've got set up in there. Okay, so as you can see, we've taken all my mechanical filtration out of there. It's been given a good rinse out in these buckets of tank water. And this is what I have in that section of the chamber. So section 1 of the chamber, mechanical filtration. Obviously water comes in the top, goes out the bottom. So you've got 4 layers of foam and a filter floss on the bottom. These 4 here get rinsed in tank water every couple of weeks or so. These 3 at the bottom I actually rinse out with a hose pipe in the garden, just because I find that's the easiest way to get them clean. And I'm not relying on those sponges to hold any beneficial bacteria. I rely on the K1 and the ceramic media to do that for me. So I don't lose anything by washing those under tank water. So they go in section 1 there. I'm now going to pull out section 2, which is full of ceramic media. There's a mixture of Siporax in there, some cheap ceramic rings, and some alpha grog in trays and bags in there. So I'm now going to pull those out, give those a rinse off, and move on to section 3. So the media is all rinsed out. As you can see from the bucket of water that it was rinsed in, it was filthy. I'd actually run out of filter floss the last time I changed this lot over, so it's been without floss, which is hence why it's slightly dirtier than it usually would be. But simply, these are 3 types of media that I've got in the second chamber of the sump. It's all ceramic, so we've got bags of alpha grog. I think there's about 8 bags of that in there, and a tray that sits on top. I've got 5 bags of these ceramic rings, a kilo each. Real cheap off eBay. I think I paid £25, including postage for all of it. And then these rings at the end here, which just sit in there loose, are Siporax, I think that's how you spell it. Supposedly meant to be a really good ceramic media. I kind of think media is just media, in all fairness. If it does a job, you've got enough of it, it doesn't really matter what you use. As you can see, I've pulled that all out now. Those first 2 chambers of the sump are filthy. What I'm now going to do is pump that out and flush it through with clean water to stop that going back into the tank via the return pump. Once that's done, I'll give the K1 a quick switch around. There's not a lot you have to do with K1, being it's filled like bed and keeps moving all the time. It cleans itself, it's self-cleaning, it's super efficient. And then once I've had a little look in the bottom there, just to make sure it's all nice and clean and whatever else, I'll give the pump and equipment just a quick wash off with sediment sitting on top of it. I'll clean the guard out, and then I'll move on to this filter sock that I've got on the end of here. Then I'll explain what all these bits and pieces going on top is after that. So as you can see, everything's now back together. It's just filling up back to its normal water level. The last thing I want to quickly go over is this DIY CO2 reactor I've got mounted on the top of the sump here. Made up purely of spares. I had a little mess around one evening, got it put together very quickly, very cheap, it costed nothing. It's basically a 600 litre per hour submersible pump, pumping water through this tube full of alpha grog. At this end of the tube there's also an air stone that would usually that is on a timer, will pump in CO2. That CO2 then flows through the alpha grog, bashing against it to break it down, and then the majority of it, by the time it gets to the other end, is dissolved straight into the water, meaning that there's very little waste. Rather than using an in-tank diffuser that you lose a lot of the CO2 as it hits the surface and then evaporates off, this contains all the CO2 within the reactor. The only way it can get out is to dissolve into the water, so it makes for a very efficient reactor. I think going forward my plan is actually to go out and try and buy myself an old phosphate reactor from a marine tank, and I will probably reinvent this into that phosphate reactor just to make it look a bit tidier, and then that will also mean that I'll be able to get the lid back on my sump. And then the last little bit of filtration at this end here is just, again, there's another 600 litre per hour pump in there, pumping. So together they pump 1200 litres an hour through the filter sock, just to polish off any of the very last little bits that the rest of it didn't catch up. So that's it, that's the sump. Any questions, put them in the comments. If you liked it, obviously give us a thumbs up, give us a dislike, give us your feedback, and hopefully see you on the next one.